Welcome, everybody. It is the first Monday of the month, and that means it is time for us to take 20 minutes to do a deep dive into or an overview, deep dive and overview of one of our favorite products. And tonight we are going to be talking about CinnaMate. And hopefully at the end of this 20 minutes, you will have a better idea about what this product is and why so many of us love it so much.
Hi, everybody. I am Tammy Peterson, and I am a lover of CinnaMate. I wanted to tell you guys my experience with CinnaMate these last 11 years. It's a non-negotiable for me. I need it every single day. It has all the herbs in it to help with my focus issues. It helps me to stay on task. It helps me to be motivated. It helps my brain fog. It helps me to think clearly. I just love it so much. I've always also had a little bit of a blood sugar issue since I was a young girl. They always said I was borderline, whatever that means. But if I've had too much sugar, I'm really not a sugar person, but if I ever have sugar, I'll drink 2 CinnaMates a day and my blood sugar will stay even. I don't have those highs and lows. And I know that for me, when I am having blood sugar issues, it actually causes me anxiety. So CinnaMate has helped me so much with just feeling stable emotionally. Also, it is one of the things that my husband added into his diet to help with his cholesterol. He's always had issues with cholesterol, and it is something that he uses as a nutritional to keep that in check, along with Excel. But it's a product that we have every single day. If we need a pick-me-up, if we need just to be in a good mood, if we need energy, whatever it is we need, CinnaMate has been our answer for 11 years now. Hi.
I have to thank Tammy so much for that testimony because if nothing else, it shows the wide variations in the way that they use it, anywhere from helping to counter or challenge anything tied to blood sugar to issues with her husband's cholesterol. And I just love this testimony and how for 11 years it is so prevalent in her life, so much so that she right off the bat says it is a non-negotiable for her. And I really like that statement because for so many of us, that's what those formulas have become. So when we think about CinnaMate, we want to look at some of the key benefits to have a broader understanding, overview of what this product can do. Now, you're going to hear a lot of talk about blood sugar because this is outstanding at helping stabilize blood sugar. We formulate this with plants in mind that are known to help support and keep blood sugar into a normal range. And you're going to even hear some other points like I use it for blood sugar. I know many of you have heard the story about my husband and how he was telling me that blood sugar was not an issue for him, that he just needed additional coffee. And then the day that he kind of like passed out there in the front room, which is right there by the bar, I'm talking with the kids, he gets quiet and I tell them, hey guys, something's happened with dad. So I go over there and I take a picture of him and I make him a hot CinnaMate. And he was in no way to challenge it, and I didn't know how to make his coffee. So I made him a hot CinnaMate. I handed it to him. I walked right back, 10 feet away from him, talking to the kids at the bar, hand him this to drink. And within like 1 minute, 2 minutes, I hear him say, "This is ridiculous." He says, a minute ago, I could not keep my eyes open for anything. He says, now I can't even close the darn things. So that's how quickly that CinnaMate, a hot CinnaMate, was getting into impact and how quickly it adjusted and supported his blood sugar. So there's so many people that have stories like that they have just come to rely on it and do like Tammy to make certain if they ever have something that might impact their blood sugar to have it on hand or to I travel with it. Many people do it. So again, this is an exciting product that is one of our popular ones because of so many different things it can do as a result of helping with the blood sugar. It also helps with cravings because you're going to hear and learn that how packed yerba mate is with nutritional density, that it does help to satiate the body with what it's actually looking for. Often we will notice that people will peruse the cabinets or the refrigerator and they don't know what they're looking for. Well, really that's usually because there's a micro element or some sort of nutrient that they're missing. They're not really missing or needing the what they come out with often. And that's where the benefit when we get good nutritional density comes in because it helps to address that. Clean energy. We all know how rampant energy drinks are right now. Having something this safe to use to help bring energy to the table that is not like an energy that leaves you wired, it's just a nice, steady endurance energy. Gut health. This product is outstanding at helping support the digestive tract because of what it does for the liver, for the pancreas, for everything tied to enzymatic activity. That it does help for gut health and I will say gut motility. And I've seen people's bowels where maybe their bowels were not moving as often as they should, that this helped them with regularity. Immune health. You're going to learn about how different of these plants have got antiviral, antibacterial properties. And of course, because we always have adaptogens in our products, that's going to help bring the immune system more into par. And then mental focus. Again, when you've got blood sugar balanced, you can zero in and your focus is much better, more laser. So we're going to talk about a couple of the ingredients. Cinnamon. It is anti-inflammatory. You can see on there that it helps with blood sugar support. It's loaded in antioxidants. There's actually some studies talking about how it can help improve insulin sensitivity, meaning it can help the body to actually respond like it's supposed to when we maybe eat foods that we're not supposed to, or we're trying to balance out the system. And lots of times too, these types of things, blood sugar issues are underlying concerns when it can come to heart health. So we always want to make certain that the blood sugar is supported because good balanced blood sugar can be or the lack thereof can be an unknown underlying cause of a lot of our circulatory issues, be it high blood pressure, low blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes, things like that. And the cinnamon is outstanding at all this. And like I said, it also even supports with digestion. Banaba leaf, not banana, but banaba leaf. So notice this beautiful flower, these small little leaves. This simple plant comes in and nails and a couple things that are really spectacular in this formula. And again, there's often more properties than what I list on these, but I'm looking at the main ones that tie into the results that we're getting with these products. Blood sugar regulation, more antioxidants. Now, weight management, why would I put that in there? Well, if we're helping to address cravings, we're helping keep our blood sugar balanced, then naturally we're not going to be as apt to eat things that we shouldn't. And then there again, the support when it comes to the heart health. Nepal. Who'd have thought that a little cactus that could make this big of a difference? Again, you're seeing the antioxidants over and over again, and I want you to think when it comes to the circulatory system, along with the entirety of the body, but antioxidants are going to be good to, as they say, help the body not rust. Here again, we see Nepal helping for blood sugar regulation. Again, you're seeing some repeat things here. Let's focus on skin health. Now, why would skin health come in and be important? Well, if we are helping to improve our digestive health, then most likely we're getting more benefit from our food that we're getting. And then when we also combine it with the nutrient dense plants that we have in this, then you're going to have better health that can also be viewed from the outside. And then antiviral properties, again, referencing back to the immune health and nerve protection. So, noticing Tammy was talking about she found that when her blood sugar was out of balance, that her anxiety could get worse. So you can see how this is coming in and helping to so the nervous system or the nerve endings can get very frayed, just like we kind of feel frayed when we get overwhelmed. So I kind of like to think of this as kind of putting helping protect it so the body's not so apt to get overwhelmed like that.
Hi, this is Greg Halliday with Solle Naturals. Today's topic is CinnaMate. And a lot of times we get the question, why was CinnaMate formulated as a drink instead of a capsule? It's got these wonderful plants that give us many, many nutritional benefits. Well, to answer that, I'm going to point you to my globe here in my office. this small country of Paraguay in South America, where they've been drinking mate, one of the key ingredients, for many, many years. Mate is now known to contain almost 200 known beneficial plant compounds, including amino acids and vitamins and minerals, and many other things that are key to health. We combined it with 4 other herbs, and among them, nopal cactus, which is also highly nutritious and helps our body balance normal levels of sugar in the blood. And there are many other benefits, but to explain fully why this is a drink, let me show you the back of the box. You can see 3 benefits highlighted: boost energy, control cravings, and sharpen focus. All 3 of those things, when we're feeling the need, we don't want to wait. The foggy thinking, the dip in energy, dip in mood, cravings that come. CinnaMate is something that we can do in the moment and feel quite quickly, and it actually can make a difference in all of those areas and other areas. And this is the reason that it is designed in a drink. Besides that, it's actually really good tasting and has nothing in it that's artificial, no added sugars or anything else that would be something we wouldn't want to build our health every day. So CinnaMate, it's important that it's in a drink, and it's a major benefit for us in health.
So we are fortunate to have Greg with us, and I wanted to ask him if he would, if I can get this on here, to share any other thoughts that he might have along with this. Greg, can you unmute and join us here?
You bet, Valerie. Hello, everybody. Yes, there's one thought I had about CinnaMate, because it is something that works quite fast. There's a study that fascinated me, where they had people, they sat them down in cars and they measured response time, alertness. I'm not sure if they designed it so that there'd be a fatigue factor. And what they did is they measured different volatile oils from plants. So like those aromatics that CinnaMate is loaded with, that cinnamon is loaded with. And what they found is there were 2 that excelled all the rest of them. On the cooling side of plants was mint or peppermint, and the other was cinnamon. And what they found is just faster reaction time, a better focus, more alertness. The muscular coordination was better. So it's something that studies have shown that in the moment, it makes a difference. You don't have to wait. We're talking about the drink form. You want something kind of now. And so CinnaMate has that because of the cinnamon, and not just the cinnamon, by the way. There's thyme in it that has a really powerful volatile oil as well. But what's so unique about it, and what I wanted to add today, it's not very often do you find a product or a formula that really delivers in the moment, that over time is a really good building block for health, like a brick every day that you can add to your nutrition. So often the choices we have in the market, and even some natural products, are really loaded with a spike in the moment that if you kind of overuse it, it can take its toll over time. Whereas CinnaMate, because of the balanced form of the energy components in it, you will find that it builds this foundation upward. And in 6 months or in a year or in a few years of using it every day, when something kind of knocks you over, it doesn't knock you into the mud, because you're built up now like tens of feet above it, and it might knock you down a little, but you're still standing up, and you've got more strength, a stronger stress response, better nutrition base to deal with, kind of whatever comes along, because there's always surprises. So that's the unique thing I wanted to add, is that it's not just an in the moment thing. It's a really good builder, this formula, because of how dense all the nutrition is, as you mentioned, Valerie.
I love that. And I was thinking with your video here that you shared with us, which, by the way, if you're interested in getting a copy of that, make certain you put your name and email and the address if you're new to this. Otherwise, I've got you added to the list and you will get that. But I was thinking about one of our grandsons, which you met when he was younger. We were traveling to the East Coast for a new grandchild being born. And as we were traveling back, I noticed he got really kind of moody and mouthy, which was not his temperament at all. So I'm digging in my purse for a Vital. I did not find one. I found a CinnaMate. I mixed it up, shook it up in the bottle of water, and passed it back to him. And what was interesting was very quickly he got quiet, and I turned to Troy and I said, "Oh my goodness, did you notice?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he was settled down, and after a little bit I said, "Hey, can you pass it up to grandma, because she needs some too." But what was so fascinating to me was how quickly that adjusted his mood, balanced him out, and as you said, with the nutrient density, I had no concerns whatsoever giving that to my grandson. So thank you for a product that works fast and amazing. All right, let's see what we have next here. So time, like Greg was talking about here, lots of people think of it, being just an herb that's in the kitchen, but they don't realize that it does help boost the mood. It does help with blood pressure support. It is helps with digestion. So I hope you can see how it is fitting in with the other attributes that the other plants are bringing to the table to support this formula and everything that it does. So mood boosting. That was a perfect story that I just shared about my grandchild with the response and everything that happened with him. And we can see that all the plants that we have in here are working together. We can also see that this is also why one of the things that I reach for whenever people are asking me, how do I get in and naturally support the body so it can find its ideal blood pressure? Again, it lines up. And also antimicrobial. We're seeing multiple things about how it helps to support the immune system. Yerba mate, like Greg said, extremely nutrient dense. People have looked at it for centuries for energy support. It helps with the mood. We heard Tammy talk about for her husband with cholesterol. I wanted to share because we have a lot of women that don't realize one of the benefits that they're getting from drinking this as a regular part of their daily protocols is yerba mate actually has a study showing that it can help support and increase bone density. Talking about perimenopausal women who drank yerba mate regularly, or yerba mate tea regularly, had higher bone density in their neck and spine. And so who's going to turn down an added benefit like this? So I just want to make certain that we all were aware and got to realize that benefit as well.
2 reasons CinnaMate is my favorite drink. First one, the afternoon slump. After lunch, about an hour, I start getting sluggish, and I can take CinnaMate to give me a great boost of energy. It's natural, so I don't have the caffeine fall off. Side benefit number 2, I found that I am less hungry. It helps me balance my blood sugars, so I feel less hungry and my diet is more successful. You're going to love it. 2 reasons.
So I love Nicole's quick 2 points of benefits, and the fact that she says afternoon slump, she just really doesn't have to deal with it anymore because she's proactive and knows that she's going to come in and support her system. So this is another one of the things that I send out in the emails, and it's a breakdown with some nutritional profile highlights. Yerba mate, 180 plus known beneficial compounds. That is a lot. When we say nutrient dense, and of course it builds over time, when you're using something like this regularly, you are addressing that health bank account that so many of you heard me talk about over the years, so that your body has something to pull from. And this is a phenomenal plant and what it brings to the table. With cinnamon. We've got our Nepal, banana leaf, and thyme. We see a range of B vitamins that are in this. We've got all kinds of amino acids. Yerba mate's got 15 and Nepal's got 17. We see the antioxidants. We even see different things like some iron, some calcium, zinc. And so what I'm saying is, no matter what you are taking this formula for, it is adding to your system in a way to help build the system. So, cinnamon, a lot of people have, I remember when I had my brick and mortar, a lot of people would come in to looking for cinnamon in capsules, or they would be using their cinnamon that they had in their cabinet, and they just weren't getting the results. Once we got CinnaMate and introduced it into them, and they could so quickly get it in this hot drink, the results that they started getting cause them to be able to not only one travel with something that was always beneficial and have it with them. I know that we keep some in all our vehicles. I always keep some in my purse, and I keep some in my luggage when I travel because, like Tammy said, I don't want to ever be without this. and it's easy to travel with. I don't have to have anyone wondering what it is that I've got or what I'm traveling with. So again, a really nice nutrient profile that we have in here that comes across the board. You can see why it is so supportive of the immune system, the blood sugar, the mind, and a mood enabling. And I hope you've seen that with a couple of different stories we've shared. So my ending quote, you might have to think about this a little bit, but proper nutrition is the difference between feeling exhausted and getting the most out of a workout. Otherwise, having something to pull from when you have good nutritional density, you can get a better return or ROI, return on your investment. I believe in investing in our health and investing in the proper and plants to build up the system with that nutritional density.